Ever wonder about the darker secrets societies hold within their folds? Today we're peeling back the layers on a reality that many might not be aware of. We're diving deep into the hidden world of India's prostitution villages. These are not your typical villages. They're places where the unthinkable becomes an everyday reality and where innocence is lost at a tender age. Picture the vast, vibrant land of India, a country of contrast, rich in culture, steeped in tradition. Now imagine tucked away in the corners of this vast expanse, in the heartlands of states like Maharashtra and Rajasthan, lie these villages. They're not marked on your tourist maps. They're not highlighted in your travel guides. They're the hidden, darker side of society, often overlooked, yet teeming with stories waiting to be told. The history of these villages dates back to centuries ago. It's a tale that intertwines poverty, lack of education, and societal pressures into a grim tapestry. A tapestry woven with the threads of desperation and survival, where the trade of flesh becomes a means to an end. Let's hear from sociologist Dr. Ravi Verma, who has dedicated his life to studying this aspect of Indian society. He says, "These villages are a mirror to the harsher realities of life. They reflect the systemic failures and the deep-seated societal norms that push these women into this life." These words paint a stark picture, don't they? A picture that tells a story of a life that's far removed from the ideals of freedom and dignity. A story that's played out day after day behind the vibrant colors and chaotic beauty of India's landscape. This is a world hidden in plain sight, where humanity battles against adversity. It's a world that's often ignored, misunderstood, and stigmatized, but it's a world that deserves our attention, our understanding, and ultimately our action, because every story, no matter how dark, has the potential to change, to evolve, and to inspire a new narrative. To understand the present, we must delve into the past. The genesis of India's prostitution villages is embedded deep in the annals of Indian history. It's a tale rooted in the social and economic structures of yesteryears. During the British colonial era, comfort women were forcefully brought into these villages to serve the British troops. Post-independence, these women, marginalized and ostracized, were left with no option but to continue the trade. Over the years, this became a vicious cycle, with daughters following their mothers into the profession due to lack of alternatives. Renowned historian Dr. Michaela, who has extensively researched this topic, explains the formation of these villages was not an overnight occurrence. Rather, it was a slow, gradual process fueled by socio-economic factors, lack of education, and the absence of viable employment opportunities. Today, these villages stand as a grim reminder of a past marred by exploitation and neglect. History, it seems, has sowed the seeds of a grim reality. Imagine a life not lived by choice, but by circumstances. In the secluded corners of India, there exist villages that are home to a unique and heart-wrenching reality. These are the prostitution villages, where life is a constant battle against the odds. Here, the ticking of the clock doesn't bring new opportunities or the promise of a better tomorrow, but a cycle of despair that repeats itself day in and day out. The sun rises, casting its first light on the small, crammed houses, the narrow streets, and the weary faces of the villagers. The day begins not with the aroma of freshly brewed coffee or the chirping of birds, but with the harsh reality of survival. Young girls, barely in their teens, are groomed to follow in the footsteps of their mothers and grandmothers, a tradition passed down through generations. We have an audio clip from one such resident, anonymized for their safety, sharing their experiences. Their words paint a vivid picture of their daily life. They speak of the stigma, the scornful eyes, the lost childhood, and the dreams that wither away even before they can bloom. They talk about the lack of basic education, healthcare, and the constant fear that looms like a dark cloud. Yet amidst the darkness, there's resilience. These women, these girls, they're fighters. They fight their circumstances, their fate, their reality every day. They fight for the little moments of joy, the fleeting moments of normalcy, and the faint glimmers of hope. The sun sets, drawing the curtain on another day in these villages. The darkness of the night mirrors their lives, a life lived in the shadows. But it's in these shadows that they find their strength, their courage. It's in these shadows that they live, they exist, they survive. This is life as they know it. This is life as it has been handed down to them. This is their reality, their struggle, their battle. A battle not for glory or victory, but for survival. Life in these villages is a struggle, a battle for survival. Scene script. Change is never easy, but it is necessary. The struggle for change in India's prostitution villages is a battle fought on numerous fronts. It's a complex issue, tangled in the webs of societal norms, economic hardships, and deeply rooted traditions. But despite these challenges, there are those who refuse to stay silent, those who strive to break the chains of this oppressive system. One such group is the legion of social workers who have dedicated their lives to this cause. They're the unsung heroes working tirelessly in the shadows, illuminating the path towards a brighter future. They're the beacon of hope in a world often shrouded in darkness. Let's hear from one of them, a social worker who's been on the front line of this battle for over a decade. We're not just fighting against a system, we're fighting against centuries of ingrained beliefs and practices. It's not just about providing alternative livelihoods, it's about changing mindsets. It's about convincing a mother that her daughter's worth is not determined by how much she can earn in the sex trade. It's about showing these women that there's more to life, that they deserve more. Every day is a struggle, but every small victory is a testament to the resilience of the human spirit. It's a daunting task, but the fight continues. Organizations are stepping up, providing education and vocational training, offering a way out for those trapped in the cycle of prostitution. Government initiatives are also in place, aimed at eradicating this issue from its roots. But change is a slow process. It's a journey, not a sprint. And while the road may be long and fraught with obstacles, the destination is worth the struggle. It's a world where every woman is free to choose her own path, where every child grows up in a home filled with love and security, not fear and uncertainty. The fight for change is more than just a battle, it's a movement driven by the belief that a better world is possible, that a brighter future is within reach. Every step towards change is a step towards hope. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step, a powerful adage indeed, and one that rings true as we venture into the future of India's prostitution villages. There's a certain optimism that lies on the horizon, a glimmer of hope amidst the chaos. As the dawn of a new era approaches, change is not just a possibility, but an inevitability. The future of these villages, and the people inhabiting them, hangs in the balance, teetering between despair and hope, stagnation and evolution. Let's listen to the words of a policymaker, a stalwart in the fight for change. The situation in these villages is not a problem that can be solved overnight, he states. But we are committed to eradicating this social malaise. We are exploring a multitude of interventions, from education and employment opportunities to health and legal aid. Our goal is to provide these individuals with a means to break free from the shackles of their circumstances. Indeed, the road to redemption is paved with good intentions and tireless efforts. The government, nonprofit organizations, and individuals alike are joining hands, working towards creating a better, brighter future for these villages. The focus is on empowering the residents, equipping them with the tools they need to carve out a new path for themselves. Education, for instance, is a powerful tool in this battle. It's an opportunity to break the cycle, to open doors that have long been closed. It's about giving the children of these villages a chance to dream, to aspire, and to achieve. Vocational training is another avenue being explored. By providing the adults with skills and employment opportunities, they are given a chance to earn a livelihood away from the brothels. It's about instilling a sense of self-worth, of independence, of dignity. The road ahead is not without its challenges. It's a path strewn with obstacles and setbacks, a journey fraught with difficulties. But every step taken, every stride made, brings us closer to a world where these villages are not defined by their past, but by their potential. The road is long and arduous, but the destination is worth the struggle. In every dark cloud, there is a silver lining. As we draw our journey to a close, let's reflect on the resilience and strength displayed by the people living in India's prostitution villages. Despite the shadows that loom large over their lives, they've shown an unyielding spirit, an enduring will to survive, to thrive even against all odds. Their story is one that spans centuries, a narrative of struggle and resistance interwoven with the fabric of their existence. But it's not just a tale of despair. It's a testament to the indomitable human spirit, to the power of hope that fuels the fight for change. The road ahead is still long and fraught with challenges, but progress is being made. Steps are being taken, voices are being heard. The fight for a better life, for recognition, for dignity continues. The people of these villages are not just surviving, they're fighting. They're changing, they're hoping. Change is on the horizon, and with it, hope for a brighter future.